look over it, watch the film. At the face value, it doesn't seem like there could be many positive takeaways, but what were some positive takeaways that you were able to take away from that loss last week?
Well, I like the fact that our defense held them under 100 yards rushing, and that's going to be the most electric quarterback we're probably going to see all year. I mean, he's a veteran, he's savvy, he's really good running the ball, and he throws the ball really well. We saw that too, but running the ball seems to be his big forte, and we took that away from him and held him under 100 yards rushing, so really pleased about that. And then offensively putting together a long drive of 20 plays. I don't know if I've ever had one that long since I've been an athlete or a coach, but it was nice to see us just keep our heads and keep our composure and be able to continue to fight despite the circumstances. And so I was really proud of our guys in that aspect.
What's been the message this week as you guys are now 1-2? I mean, a win right now, that could easily be a momentum swing, put you guys back at 500. But what's been the messaging to the guys this week?
Well, the thing is, in the first two games there, obviously Dakota Wesleyan is a very difficult game because it's a rivalry game. And so that one's a tough one in and of itself for so many different reasons. First game of the year. We've already talked about that. And then when we go play lacrosse, right, they're going to be a top 5, probably a top 3 team in Division III. So they're an exceptional team with a long history of tradition, and you can just tell because they've just got a lot of veterans on their team. They're big, strong, fast, and they play really well. And then Waldorf this year, you know, they're quite honestly going to be arguably the best team in our conference. So we could have just played our conference champs, and not to try and talk them up or make us feel better or anything, literally very competitive. Going to be a great competition to see if they can't get to the top of the realm. So now we've played 3 games against 3 really good opponents. And so, you know, it just doesn't look very good in our favor at the moment. And we've had our good points and we've had our mistakes, but, you know, all in all, we've stuck together. We've got a good positive vibe around here. We still have a good culture, and we've got great athletes that keep their heads up and know that brighter days are ahead, whether it's this weekend or the next or so-and-so. So I'm just proud to be here, to be coaching these guys, to be a part of this institution because, you know, of course I got frustrated after the game and saying some things that were just, you know, some ignorant things on the radio about, you know, what was our problem in the second quarter and how can we fix those things. And through frustration and ignorance all combined and my blind unthinkability, which definitely isn't a word, but I got on the radio and said some things that just were completely untrue and false about our school, our university. It was just the lack of support just because I was struggling and sitting there pouting. But after a long bus ride home and having a night of sleep, it was I couldn't have been more wrong and just need to relax and think before I speak. So, you know, I definitely need to apologize to our administration and to our university about those comments because, like I said, just untrue, and it's not how I feel. And so I just need to relax. You know, winning and losing is part of the game. It's a tough part of the game, but, you know, it's what it is, and I know that as a coach, been at this long enough. And so really to answer your question back on Saturday about, you know, what seems to be our problem in the second quarter, you know, the real answer is I just don't know. You know, we just got to continue to keep working and keep fighting for all 4 quarters. We don't want to just fix the second quarter and then fall asleep in the third or fourth either. So, you know, we've got an entire game that we've got to make sure that we're focused and ready for the whole way through.
And you seem to be in a lot better mood today than you were last Saturday. But overall, the last 2 weeks, offensively combined for 24 points. How can you get the most out or more out of your offense this upcoming weekend?
Well, and definitely in a much better mood because, quite honestly, I knew how good Waldorf was. And I know, right, I don't want to put any bulletin board material out there for any of their teams in our conference, but I know that they're, you know, quite honestly going to be or compete to be, they're going to be right there at the end, either first or second in our conference. And I know how good of an opponent they are. So I really wanted to put together a much better showing for our team and for our alumni and for our university, and just, you know, kind of the way when things got away from us, I got frustrated and knew that was the kind of level we needed to compete at, and we just didn't do it for the entire game. We had really great spurts, but you know, then just like I said, a long bus ride home, a chance to calm down and get my thoughts together, and just realize, you know what, we have a good team. We got a bunch of fighters, we got a bunch of really good dudes, and that know football, that play hard, and will continue to do so, and so that just obviously helped calm me down, and, you know, my staff is in here working hard and doing things right. So just all those things combined just really obviously lighten the mood, make me feel better about the entire situation. I just have to realize where we're at. We just played 3 of arguably our toughest opponents we're going to see the entire season. And of course, we got Dickinson coming up. So there's 4 that right in the first 5 games. And so, but that's football. You got to be ready to go each and every week, regardless of who you play. And we'll be ready to roll. And so we'll get those points rolling. When and where they come, we'll see. I would love to give you a better answer and just say that, you know what, hey, we've got it fixed and we're gonna put up some points and light up the scoreboard. But if we can come away with a 2-0 win, I'll take it.
Hey, a win's a win, right?
That's right. Absolutely right.
On the flip side of that, defensively, back-to-back games of giving up 42 points. How can the defense avoid giving up that many points? And a lot of that comes down to the second quarter, but how can you guys limit the amount of points there?
Well, those are things that we just, we got to get back to the drawing board. Obviously, like I said, with two really good opponents and 2 really good quarterbacks that we just faced, and we've got plenty more coming, especially this week with Iowa Wesleyan. They put up some points and they put them up through the air, and we're well aware of that. So we have to make some changes. We can't just continue to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. That just doesn't work that way. And so that's what we've done this week. We've gone back to the drawing board and put together some different packages, obviously to see if we can't put together some different pressure packages to put some pressure on the quarterback, as well as some different defensive coverages and disguises, so that we just don't live and die off of what we've done the last couple of weeks. What we did last year may or may not work the best this year, just because we have a different team and different athletes, whether they were on the team last year or not, right? We've got to find our groove, and we've got to find what works best for our athletes who are on the field. And that's what we've been doing, and we'll continue to build each and every week. It's just going to change due to the fluid depth chart of injuries and just maybe some roster changes and things going on in that sense too.
And speaking of how heavy of a passing offense they are, is there an update on cornerback Darius Richards right now in the defensive secondary? I don't see him on the starters for this week. I don't think I saw him playing last week. What's his status right now?
Well, his current status is that he is not cleared to play this week, which is frustrating. And then his backup has also been out a few days this week. And so it's a combination of things. We've got injuries and we've got issues in that defensive secondary. And then we've got depth issues and concerns there, just like on offense where, we've lost 2 veteran offensive linemen, and now, we've got some issues on the offensive side of the ball with some injuries that we're kind of waiting to see come game time if people are cleared or not cleared to play. And so, but that's just an opportunity then and a challenge for the next person to rise up, take their reins, and prove to the team that they're ready to play and just make the most of their opportunities, So we just don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves. This is a fickle game, and this game does not care about our feelings. So we can't be sitting in our feelings and doing anything along those lines, like basically like I did after the game in the radio booth last week. It's just a moment I'd love to have back, and it's one of those things that I have to just learn and move on and make sure I don't make those same mistakes as well. So, and I will. I know that's not going to be a problem. I love this university, our administration, and everything that they do for us. I mean, I walk by the $40 million renovations going on every day out to practice and back. So there's just too much good going on here for me to make comments like that.
Last week, I asked about scouting and looking back at previous years when looking at your opponent. What were some things that you were able to take away from last year's game against Iowa Wesleyan as we look ahead to the matchup this week that can help you in this week's game that you took away from last year?
Well, there's a lot of things that went well for us last year. At the start of the game, we were down, I think, 14 or 15 to nothing, and then came back and put a lot of points up. But, it's just a different defensive look. We seem to get a different defensive look on all the film that we've had. Every game, there's just a different look. So we have to be prepared for almost everything, which is probably why they've done that. They've got a very, very big, very fast and athletic defense. And then offensively, they've got some really, really athletic receivers and some guys that can just catch a 5-yard hitch and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown. So we've got our work cut out for us. As far as last year, they're just really a completely different team. They've kept the athletes that were really exceptional and good for them, and then they've really gained a lot along the way. So they've done a good job of recruiting and putting things together, and keeping things on track, just like any coach wants to do. They've been able to do that.
And as we wrap it up here, what is the...
And we're back up.
Scooters Coffee in Madison is pumped for football season. Try their pumpkin spice latte with pumpkin cold foam, pumpkin caramelicious, maple spice cold foam, and maple vanilla latte at Scooters Coffee in Madison. And don't forget to order their pumpkin caramelicious muffin. All season long, swing by and grab your favorite drink and snack at Scooters Coffee in Madison. Then cheer on the DSU Trojan football team. Scooters Coffee in Madison is a proud supporter of Dakota State University students and athletes.
And we're back up here into the MDL broadcast booth. They just had their kickoff. It was a little short punch kick. There is a flag on the penalty from the kickoff. Sorry we had to cut that interview short with Anderson there, but they're ready to roll here at Trojan Field.
Kick catch interference.
And the flag seems to be on Iowa Wesleyan. Iowa Wesleyan was kicking off to Dakota State there.
First down, Dakota State.
And that one only went about maybe 10 yards. So it's going to be pretty good field position for the Trojans coming out here to start this one. And leading the offense is Cameron McKeon this afternoon. And if you recall back to our pregame show, him and Josiah Fatale, they are going to be alternating throughout the contest. And they're going to get the ball inside IWU territory to start this one at the 40-yard line of the Tigers to start the game on their opening drive. In at running back, I believe that's Tice Ortman. And the shotgun handoff is to the running back and stuffed out about the line of scrimmage there. And that is Tice Ortman on the carry. And he was actually tackled down for a loss. So one thing about the Trojans, they come back home. They've been outscored on the road the last 2 weeks against really good offenses. They've been outscored 84-24 the last two games. They come back home, though. And last year, we're dating back to last year, that is, they've won 5 straight home games. They motion Cooper McDermott in from the right to the left. Handoff again to Tice Ortman, who's hit immediately in the backfield. So it's going to be third down and about 14 or so after back-to-back rushes going for losses. Start this drive. And this is, offense has been an issue for the Trojans so far, especially these last couple games. They've struggled to put up points on the board, and IWU, they come in, they've outscored their last two opponents 91-6. So offense has got to get hot. Two receivers on each side. Ortman lined up right behind McKeon in the backfield. McKeon in the shotgun. Third down and about 14. Shotgun snap. McKeon takes the snap. He looks left, and he finds man out in the flat, and that's McDermott. That's unable to get much of anything. So Trojans go 3 and out. Actually, that might have been... No, that was Ortman on the reception there out of backfield. So, unable to take advantage of the good field position, they lose yards on every play, on all 3 plays here to start this one, and they're going to be punting from 4th down and 14. Oh, they're sending out the field goal unit to kick this one? That's a, let's do the math here. A 61-yard field goal is what the Trojans are attempting. Snaps up. Kick has the... Ooh. About a yard short. So the 61-yard field goal, which was going to be difficult to make anyways, comes up no good. So still zeros on the scoreboard. And now the Tigers offense, they are going to be stepping out on the field for their first time today. They are led by their freshman quarterback, Zach Chevalier, but he's a transfer quarterback for them. That's that was quite the risky move there by Josh Anderson to send out his kicker. Excuse me. His kicker, Noah Kawarki, to attempt that one. And the refs seem to be confused on where to spot the ball. They just had him lined up at the 20, but they're going to move him up to... Let's see where... I think it should be wherever the offense has had the ball, right? So if the offense was on the 43, they should have the ball on the 43 to start this one. It's like a turnover on downs. And it looks like that's where they're going to give him the ball. The Tigers, they started the season off 0-2. It was a tough couple games for them, but they've come back the last 2 weeks. 2 losses. They've lost by a combined score of 5 points in those early 2 games, and then their offense has just really exploded here in the last couple games. They have 2 receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Chevalier in at quarterback, he takes a step, dumps it out of the backfield, And he's hit before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Dump off pass there completed to Stafford Lewis, a senior running back, for no gain. Says it's going to be about a loss of 1. Trojans wearing their sky blue tops and then their dark blue helmets and dark blue bottoms. Tigers wearing white helmets, white tops, and white bottoms. Chevalier's going to be under center, it looks like, for this snap. Nope. He's going back into the shotgun. He's got Chevalier on his, he's got Lewis on his left hip. One receiver split out to each side. Takes the shotgun snap. He looks right immediately. Finds his man along the IW sideline. I think that's number 8, Jaden Harris, on the catch. And caught underneath. And that's going to be enough for a Tiger first down. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for IWU. Ball going to be placed at the Trojan 45-yard line. So Tigers now get inside Trojan territory. They come out with one receiver on the near side, 2 to the far. The lone receiver on the near side is Tyler Ball. Zach Chevalier in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's looking in Ball's direction. He's sacked in the backfield. Loss of about 8 there. He's brought down. And number 98, Cody Brown, was the first one to get in there. Play action pass didn't fool the Trojans at all. They were rushing the passer pretty heavily there. So big defensive play there brings up 2nd down and 17. 2 receivers and a tight end on the near, 1 receiver on the far. Chevalier in the shotgun, takes a high snap, looks right, pumps it, and he dumps it underneath along the 50-yard line. And he gets tackled out of bounds as Tyler Ball coming in on the crosser. Nope, that was number 6. Excuse me. Battle on the reception there. Cody Brown gets in on that tackle as well. That was Brian Battle, one of the tight ends. So now 3rd down and 15. Trojans defense has a chance to get a big stop here. 3 receivers come out, trips on the near side. Chevalier in the shotgun. Lewis on his left hip. Takes a snap, he looks left, steps up in the pocket, and he's hit! He's hit again, and of course, that is Cody Brown, who came in like a heat-seeking missile to bring him down. There is some laundry on the field, though.
Sideline warning.
And the
warning only.
penalty is going to be on the offense. I think they called a legal motion there, so penalty declined. And the Trojans force a punt. Big drive there from Cody Brown. I think that was, yeah. One of the better defensive players for the Trojans up front. He comes up big on that first drive. And punt is up. Austin Lake is back to receive it, and the bounce is inside the 40. Gets down to about the 35-yard line of the Trojans, where the Trojans are going to take over on offense. That last drive for them, no positive yards. It was all negative for them, so they're going to be looking to at least gain a few yards this time around. They come out with 1st and 10 on their own 34. Looks like they got 1 receiver on the near, 2 to the far, as the Trojans will be moving from our left to the right. Tice Ortman in the shot, or right behind McKeon in the shotgun. McKeon takes a snap, and ooh, right up the far hash mark. Was intended for the tight end, number 88, running. Excuse me. I think that was the tight end there. That was the intended receiver. So now, twins on the near, 1 receiver on the far. McKeon still in a shotgun. Ortman, and at running back, the handoff is to Ortman, who takes it up the gut. And actually, that might be Gavin Holland in there on that rush. Gets a couple. Gets about 4 or so. That is Ortman on the carry. With the silver numbers on the uniforms that the Trojans have right now, it is difficult to read the numbers at times. They come out with 2 receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Ortman in the shotgun, and false start looks like on Dakota State.
Snap infraction. Number 64, offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
So that's gonna push back the Trojans. 3rd down and 10 now. Back to their own 34. Back where they started this drive. Now Derek Simmons coming off the field, and now in his place will be receiver Austin Lake. He's going to be split out to the far side. So twins to each side. Cameron McKeon still in a quarterback. Walks up to the line, gives the alerts to the offensive lineman. Tigers showing blitz. And the refs are blowing it dead. Remember, these quarterbacks, McKeon and Vitale, they're going to be alternating drives. They're going to be every 2 drives, each quarterback, they're going to get a chance, and then until one of them proves that they deserve to be the guy, that's when they will finally decide who to roll with. So McKeon, who's been the backup all season, has a chance here. Twins split out to each side. He's in the shotgun. Tigers bring about 4. Steps up in the pocket to the left and finds his man along the sideline. Incomplete pass there. And I think that was intended for number 21 maybe? Darian Conrad, the senior, who was honored earlier in the game, or before the game, was intended in that direction. The Trojans were looking for a flag. They're not going to get it, so 4th and 11. They're going to punt this one away. They're not going to go trying some long field goal this time around. Tyler Ball, the junior, set to receive this one. Nice snap. Noah Kawarki booms it. And that one's going to be dropped inside the 15 and takes a roll and, right into the end zone. I thought that was going to roll right out along that 1-yard line. Nice punt there from Noah Kawarki, pretty much flipping the field. So now the Tigers are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Dakota State, their last defensive drive out there, they gave up 1 first down, and then Cody Brown came up with a couple big plays to bring an end to that drive. Tigers come out with 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. The lone receiver is Tyler Ball on the near side. The running back is not Lewis in there. Handoff is stuffed, hit immediately by Brooks Jansen in the backfield, and this Trojan defensive line. They're having a heck of an afternoon so far. So now it's going to be 2nd down and long. Let's see where they spot the ball. And that was Cameron Cole, the ball carrier there. And there was a swarm of Trojans in there. It looked like Brooks Jansen was the first one to get there. Twins split out to each side. And Cameron Cole still in at running back on the right hip of Chevalier. Takes a snap, Chevalier looking right. And Scott is man in the flat and hit low immediately. Caught by number 12, Sam Faulkner, the freshman from Sun Valley, California. So gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10. Actually, inside, they get about an extra yard. So 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. 2 receivers split out to the far, 1 to the near. Chevalier in the shotgun. Trojans bring 3, but it might be enough, and it is. Cody Brown again gets in there. I think Devontae Murphy might have been the other one to get the sack. So the Trojans' defensive line continuing to pave their way through the young offensive line for Iowa Wesleyan. Iowa Wesleyan, 3 of their 5 offensive line starters are freshmen. They kind of face the same situation that the Trojans have this season. As the Trojans look like they're going to show pressure on the punt and almost gets there. And it's going to be fair caught at about the 41. Fair caught by Austin Lake at the 41. That's where the Trojans are going to be set up with first down and 10. And should be Josiah Vitale coming in for his first snaps of the season so far. And it is number 11, the freshman 5'11" quarterback. He gets his first at-bat, so to speak. Trojans come out with 2 receivers on the near. They'll be set up with first down and 10 on the Tigers' 41-yard line. It's a pretty good spot to be in for his first series for Vitale. 1 tight end on the near side as well. Takes a shotgun snap, fakes a handoff. He keeps it himself to the left, and he's able to fall forward for about a yard. Second down and 9. Second down and 9, ball at the 40. Austin Lake coming in for Simmonsma now. As they take the tight end off the field. They got 3 receivers out there, 1 on the far, 2 to the near. The lone far receiver, I believe that's Cooper McDermott out there. Vitale in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, pumps it. He's rolling right. Now he cuts back left, moves it inside, cuts it up to about the 40. Excuse me, actually inside the 30, about the 36, 37 or so. We'll see where they spot the ball. Vitale's kept it on both of his first 2 plays so far. So 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7 now. They have the ball on the Iowa Wesleyan 37. They need to get to the 31. So 3rd down and 6. Vitale in the shotgun. Takes a snap, pitches it to the right to Ortman, who breaks a tackle, finds a lane, pushes forward, and he dives for the Trojan first down. Nice blocks out there. Setting the edge was Michael Hybertson. He was lined up tight, was able to get a little block against the outside corner to help create the hole for Tice Orman to get through. And that's going to be a first down for the Trojans. Ball on the IWU 30. So now Vitale going to be alone in the empty set. 3 receivers to the far, 2 to the near. And he almost got the Tigers offense to flinch. Instead, quarterback draw. He keeps it himself and gets tackled at about the 30. So actually behind the 30. Loss of about a yard or so. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 31-yard line. So Vitale seems to like being the mobile guy. Cameron McKeon is definitely a little bit more of the thrower of the ball for my early analysis of the 2. This time he does decide to throw it to the near sideline. Dropped! Had him wide open. It was Michael Hybertson along the Trojan sideline. Would have been enough for the first down, but he just dropped it. There was no one within 5 yards of him. So Michael Hybertson, who has set up a nice block there to get the first down, drops the potential first down there. And this time it's going to be, or now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. 3 receivers split out to the far, 1 to the near. Hybertson's still in. He's on the near side. Motion man is Cooper McDermott from the left to the right. Vitale takes a snap, decides to keep it himself. And no, he's going to find a man along the IWU sideline. Made a play, found, think that's Cole Siliuson. That's going to be short of the first down. 4th and about 2. And it looks like Josh Anderson, Noah Kowalski thought he was going to have a chance to kick the field goal. But instead, Anderson is going to keep the offense out there and attempt to go for it here. 4th down and short. They're saying 4th down and 1. And it's probably going to be a run if I had to guess. They're showing up with 3 or 2 tight ends. And the handoff is to Ortman up the middle. And I think he gets enough. Tigers saying no, but there is a flag in the defense right now. There might be 2 flags potentially. See what the flag is. Of course, both teams are kind of pointing in the direction of the other, though Trojan seemed to be a little bit more confident. We're waiting to call. Officials heading over to talk to Anderson now.
Defense.
There's going to be face mask on the
Penalties after this
defense.
to the goal. Automatic. First down.
So even if that run wasn't a first down, they got enough from the penalty. And that puts them inside the Case IH red zone, where you can find reliable Case IH equipment for your farming operation. Do so in the Case IH red zone at Lake County International in Madison. It's going to be 1st and goal at about the 9, maybe the 10. 1st and goal at the 10 for the Trojans. Josiah Vitale on his first drive of the season for him. He's trying to earn a good spot. He goes under center this time, hands it off to Ortman, who cuts it back inside, and he lunges forward, short of the goal line. But still a nice run there by the running back. 2nd and goal at about the 2. Ortman had the only 2 touchdowns of the game for the Trojans a week ago. On the goal line here, probably thinking about handing it off to him and making it another, or adding to his touchdown total. They come out with 1 receiver split out to each side. Vitale in the shotgun. 2 tight ends on the near as well. Ortman still in at running back. And the handoff is to Ortman, who's brought down, might have gotten a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1. Hurry up offense by the Trojans. Under center is Vitale, and he's just going to keep it himself. He's trying to push forward. Does he get the push? I don't think he did. Tigers were able to stuff it. So it's going to be 4th down and goal. Ball on the 1. And it looks like Anderson's going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
They're going to take a timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout as well. Come back with this 4th down and goal call for the Trojans here on Jammin' Country 103.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to KJM up here into the MDL broadcast booth. The Trojans getting ready for this 4th and 1 play. On the goal line, essentially. They are on the 1-yard line of the Tigers. And the offense is staying out there. Josiah Vitale, his first series as a quarterback. And he's on the doorsteps of helping the Trojans score the first points of the game here with 1:06 left in the first. Tice Ortman in at running back, Vitale under center. And I think they might have gotten Tigers to jump. Somebody jumped. So it's either false start or I think the defense jumped. The refs are convening right now. They're talking about whose penalty it is. And it looks like, from all indications, hold on.
Offsides. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction on the defense. So that's going to be 1st and goal on the
Still 4th down.
half-inch line. No, still 4th down. Still 4th and half a yard. Vitale still under center. takes a snap, hands it off to Ortman, who jumps over the pile. He tries leaning the ball over, stretches it, and they signal it. Touchdown, Trojans. Tice Ortman on the carry. He's kind of propelled over the line by his offensive lineman, was able to stretch the plane. And we have our first points in the game with 1:03 left on the Farmers X scoreboard here in the first quarter. Noah Kowalski heading out there to attempt the extra point. So we have points up here. Now the lefty kicker getting ready to attempt the extra point. Snap's good. Kick is up. And it is good. 7-0 is your score with 1:03 left here in the first on the Farmers X scoreboard. We're going to take a 30-second break. Come back. Tigers will be receiving the kickoff when we come back here on Jammin' Country 103.
Today, you have more choices than ever in how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all of your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the services you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Your local trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Your pet is like a member of the family. Rely on Twin Lakes Animal Clinic for all your pet's healthcare needs. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic of Madison and Howard. This is Jammin' Country, KJAM, Madison.
Welcome back up here into the MDL broadcast booth. The Trojans have their first score of the game. They lead here 7-0. 1:03 left still in the first quarter. They're getting ready to kick it off to the Tigers. Josiah Vitale led the drive there at the quarterback position. Him and Cameron McKeon, they're kind of battling for it here. And every 2 possessions they plan on, or Anderson plans on switching him out until he knows for sure who he wants to roll with in this one. And Vitale, after that first drive, must like his odds. The wind is keeping the tee, or the ball off the tee right there. They have to have Tice Ortman come up and kind of keep the ball off for Noah Kowalski to kick it. And now Kowalski, hands up, running it up. And the kick is deep. That might be touchback. And that bounces to the back of the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. And now Tigers, they're getting ready to step back out on the field. And Zach Chevalier so far, 4 for 4, 15 yards. There's been a lot of dump-offs and underneaths. But the story from this side of the ball so far has been the defensive line of the Trojans just continues to get after it. It's been a dominant performance so far defensively for Dakota State, especially in the trenches there. They're winning the trenches battle. Cody Brown, I mean, he has 2 tackles for loss, and then Brooks Jansen and Devontae Murphy all getting in tackles for loss as well. Tigers come in, 2 receivers on each side. The handoff is to the running back up the middle, and nowhere to go. And that's the running back number 28, Cameron Cole.
Timeout. Dakota State, their second of the half.
Brooks Jansen was able to get in there. And not sure what the timeout is at the moment. They're signaling some sort of timeout on the field. Let's stay on. Right now, the defensive line is just taking over. It's a young group for the offensive line for IW, and I understand that. That's one thing the Trojans can kind of relate to. Trojans have 4 out of 5 freshmen starters on their offensive line. Tigers, 3 out of 5. And most games are won and lost in the trenches. And at the moment, Trojans are winning that battle in the trenches. They were able to run through the Tigers on that last drive to get the score. It was a ground game that was really working for them. And defensively, their defensive players just continue to get in there. Cody Brown leading the charge. It's been a really through the first quarter so far, it's been a dominant performance for the Trojans' defensive front. And it's crazy because, like, they don't even need to bring a full house. 3 has been enough for them. They've been bringing 3, maybe 4. Tigers come out, 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near, and screen pass along the far side. And cups it up along the Tigers' sideline, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds. Gets up to about the 32. Going to be short of the first down. Caught by Jaden Harris. Ran out of bounds. It's going to be about third down and about 4. And another timeout being called. I'm really confused on the timeout usage here. Looks like Trojans have now burned all 3 of their timeouts. So, for some reason, Anderson's been burning through his timeouts this drive. He's burned 2 on this drive so far. So we'll have no more timeouts, and we are still 52 seconds left in the first quarter. It's quite the bold strategy. We'll see how it works out for him. But third down and about 4 for the Tigers, and they're going to have to keep back, that Trojans defensive front for at least a few seconds if they're going to want a chance here. Tigers come out with 2 receivers split out to each side. Cameron Cole in at running back. Chevalier in the shotgun. Chevalier takes a snap. He looks right. Dumps it off immediately along the Tigers sideline, who cuts it up. Runs out of bounds. And that's going to be just enough for the first down, caught by Jaden Harris. And that's going to move the chains. And that might have to be the key here for the Tigers. The quick dump-offs, not allowing the pass rush, or the front rather, just in general, of the Trojans to have enough time to get to the quarterback. The quick underneath stuff is going to have to be the key here. And a little jumbo set. Handoff is to Cole up the middle. He had 2 blockers in front of him coming out of the backfield. And he gets maybe about 2 yards on the carry. So, they're saying
In the first quarter.
so different. What?
F&M Co-op Oil, West Highway 34 in Madison.
Welcome back. We are through 1 here at Trojan Field. The Dakota State Trojans are leading here 7-0. But the Iowa Wesleyan Tigers, they're trying to get a little drive going here. They'll have first down and 10. So they're getting ready to walk back out on the field right now. First down and 10 at about the 38-yard line. No, it's actually second down and 8. So the scoreboard's lying to me. That's lovely. 2 receivers split out to the far. Receiver, actually, that might be 2 tight ends on the near. Chevalier takes a snap. He drops back, finds his man underneath along the 40, cuts it up to the 40, 50, steps out of bounds, short of the Trojan 45-yard line. That's number 8, Jaden Harris, on the catch and run there. Finding some room, coming in on a little drag route from the far side to get the first down. So first down and 10 now, and he was pushed out of bounds. They're going to mark the ball at the Trojan 49-yard line. That's where they're going to have first down and 10. That time, Chevalier was able to step up in the pocket, extend the play a little bit, and avoiding the pass rush of the Trojans. Looks like Trojans might be bringing a blitz here. Chevalier in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Handoff is to Cole up the middle, who continues to push, and the Trojans help push him forward a little bit. They get an extra yard on the carry. So, nice run there on the first down. Going to bring up second down and about 3. About 7 yard, 4 yards is where they need to go. They need 4 yards. Was able to get 6 on the rush. 2 receivers split to the far. Cole Lynette running back on the left hip of Chevalier. Chevalier takes a snap, fakes a handoff, finds his man over the middle, and ooh, picked off at the 30, runs it up, and he's about to trip, and he trips short of the 40, bounced off the helmet there of the defensive back, and it was officially picked off. I think that's Jay Skogerby. Intercepted, and the Trojans are going to take over. And it was actually picked off by the freshman corner, Blake Durant. So now Josiah Vitale going to have another opportunity to lead the offense. He's going to get the ball, start this drive on their own 40-yard line. Pretty good field position. Right place, right time there for Duran. He's able to get the turnover. Now the Trojans come out with 3 receivers on the far. Tice Ortman in the running back position right behind Vitale. And the handoff, fakes the handoff to Vitale, who now spins around, rolls right. He's trying to find a man deep, and he cuts it back. He's just trying to throw the ball away, throws it towards the sideline. Incomplete pass there. He is a little bit shorter. He's 5'11" for the quarterback spot, so he's trying to move around a little bit, keep his eyes downfield. And when you're shorter like that, it's kind of hard to see over. Trust me, coming from a short guy myself, it's hard to see over some people. They now come out with 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Ortman in at running back. And they're going to motion Simmons-Muff from the left to the right. And handoff is to Ortman, who gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. It's actually Gavin Holland on the carry. Nope. I lied again. Ball carrier was number 33, Dylan Johnson. Johnson still in at running back. 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Actually, he checked out 3 receivers on the far. 3rd down and about 10 for the Trojans. Vitale takes a snap. He looks right, flush out of the pocket, rolls right, trying to make a play. He's going to be brought down at the 30. Brought down by number 15 of the number 15 there, Cornell Phillips of the Tigers brings down Vitale. Gets a sack there, so now it's going to be 4th down and about 18. Trojans send out the punt team. Ball from their own 32. Deep to receive this punt is Tyler Ball. Low snap. Brings a pressure from the Tigers, but doesn't really affect much. Nice punt. Ooh, it does start taking a Tigers bounce, so down, ball's going to be down at the 47, 46, 47 where they spot it. About the 47 or so of the Trojans, of the Tigers is where they're going to be. Yep, 46. Hey, it took a minute before deciding where they were going to spot that ball. So now the Trojans defense, again, going to have a chance to get a stop here. 11:49 left here in the first half. Trojans up 7-0. 2 receivers stacked up on top of one another on each side. Chevalier in the shotgun. Handoff is to the running back, Cole, who is hit by defensive lineman almost immediately. Lanes are not there to be had in this one so far. Really for either team, but especially for the Tigers. They've been struggling to put the ball on the ground. They have 0 yards rushing so far, while Dakota State only has 3. So, it's not been effective. Defense has been strong here for both sides. Tigers come out with 4 receivers on the far, 1 on the near, leaving Chevalier alone in the shotgun and the empty. 2nd down and about 10. And they only bring 3, but the play's whistled dead. The Tigers call timeout.
Delay game.
Delay game on the offense, so that's going to push them back even further.
Remain second down.
The stuff that does seem to be working somewhat, though, for Iowa Wesleyan is the underneath stuff. Chevaliers 7 for 8 right now, 39 yards total in terms of passing yards, and it's just been a lot of dump offs. That seems to be the most effective stuff for the Tigers. They come out with 2 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. Chevalier in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. He's looking right, throws it deep down the Trojan sideline, just out of reach. Incomplete pass there to his intended target, Jaden Harris. He had the bead on the corner, just was about a yard in front of him. That would have been a big play there for the Tigers. Probably would have been 6. He was covered there by Blake Duran, who had the had the corner on the previous drive. And now 3rd down and 15. They come out with a receiver and a tight end on the near side. Actually, they're trying to figure out the offense. They come out with 3 total weapons on the near side, 1 to the far. And Chevalier takes a snap. He steps up in the pocket. He's looking, dumps it off to his man underneath. Intended for Stafford Lewis. Well short of the sticks. He was just trying to get rid of the ball, it looked like. Grounded that one. And that's going to be 4th down and 15. Tamarian Foster was in on the coverage there, coming in from the safety spot. And now the Tigers are going to be punting this one off to Austin Lake. Nope, sorry, that's number 6, not 5. It's going to be Jay Skogerby on the receiving end of this one. And they bring this pressure and almost gets there. Skogerby is going to fair catch it at about the 22-yard line. There's a flag. Flag down near the punter. Trojans brought a lot of pressure on that one. They almost got the block, but might be a penalty there. Running into the kicker, maybe. They're trying to figure out what to do here. Refs are still trying to figure it out. And it looks like punt team's going to stay out there or come back out. Punt it from 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 15. These refs kind of all over the place right now. No one knows what's going on. Everyone's kind of out on the field, not sure which, if the offense is supposed to be on the field for each team, the defense.
Kicker.
All right, kicking interference.
That penalty be assessed at the end of the kick.
On the defense there.
Dakota State.
So it's going to be 1st down Dakota State, and that was an ordeal. So 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Ball is at about the 16. Ball about the 16, they come out. And McKeon is now back in at quarterback. Vitale had his 2 drives. Now McKeon is about to get 2 more. 2 receivers on the far, 1 to the near, along with the tight end on the near side. Handoff is to Ortman up the middle, who tries cutting it back towards the Tiger sideline. Finds a lane, lowers his shoulder, and is able to get up short of the 30, but enough for the 1st down. Gets pushed out of bounds. Tice Ortman. Early in the season, I had a chance to talk to Josh Anderson, and I asked him what his most difficult position would be to sort out. And he said the running back position. They have a lot of guys, and it seems like Tice Ortman has been the lead guy. He's been able to take hold of that running back spot, and the handoff again is to Ortman up the middle, cuts it back, finds a lane, and continues to run through the Tigers' defense there. Gets another about 8 or 9. Got 9 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Ball on about the 46, 47-yard line of the Trojans. McKeon in the shotgun. Ortman behind him. 2 receivers split out on the near side, along with the tight end lined up. Ortman. No, McKeon's going to keep it himself, and he runs towards the Tiger sideline. Had a bunch of space before getting tackled, brought out of bounds at the 50. So no one expected McKeon to keep that one, including myself. That's not something he does very often. He's more the thrower of the football, not the runner of the football. But because of that, he was able to fool the Tigers offense, get the first down at the 50. 2 receivers on the near. Ortman in out running back behind McKeon. And fakes the handoff, and McKeon's going to keep it to the left, trying to find a lane. And he's hit at about the 47-yard line of the Tigers, officially getting into Tiger territory. Gain of about 4, second down and 6. And it looks like Gavin Holland is now the running back in there. 2 receivers split out to the far side are Cooper McDermott and Dejon Keel. Travis Rebstock in at tight end on the near side as the Trojans are moving from the right to the left. McKeon in the shotgun, hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself and gets to block on the edge from Simmonsmund, and enough for the first down. That's going to move the chains, putting the Trojans at about the 35, mark at the 36-yard line. And there, Tigers need to figure this one out. They're going to take a 30-second time. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. Come back with first down and 10. 8:25. The Trojans lead 7-0 here in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
MDL in Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window. We are always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL in Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go. You love MDL. You love MDL. You love MDL.
So apparently Cameron McKeon saw the nice drive that Josiah Vitale was able to lead on his first try at the quarterback position. And now Cameron McKeon sees it, and he's trying to raise it, trying to extend the Trojans' lead here. He's been leading the offense with his legs on this drive. That's something he doesn't do very often, but it's been fooling. It's been good enough to fool the Tigers, as the Tigers had to regroup and come up with a game plan here. First down and 10. Ball on the Tigers' 36. 2 receivers split to the far side. Ortman in at running back on the left hip of McKeon. McKeon in the shotgun. Handoff is to Ortman this time, who's swallowed up in the backfield. It's brought down by a couple different Tigers there. Leading the charge, Malik Holbert, the junior linebacker, was able to get in there. Tigers brought a blitz. So now second down and about 12. 2 receivers again to the far side. 1 tight end on each side. Cameron McKeon in the shotgun. He's going to keep himself on the speed option. Pitches it to Ortman, trying to find the edge. Makes a hurdle. He's still brought down at the 40. So it could have been a loss of a lot more. That was a nice jump there on the hurdle. I mean, I think he got about 2 feet in the air. That might be a little ridiculous, but he definitely got some air on there. Got back to the line of scrimmage for third down and 12 or so. McKeon in the shotgun with 2 receivers on the near. The 2 receivers are Cooper McDermott and Dejon Keel. Ortman still in at running back behind McKeon. Shotgun snap. McKeon looks left, and he's going to throw it towards the Trojan sideline. He found Keel, completed the pass. Well short of the first down, though. It was defended there by Jaheim Hampton, the corner, on the near side. And it is definitely a little bit more manageable this time. It's going to be 4th down and about 7. Trojans have to get to the 26-yard line. They're going to be set up with the ball on the 34. 33, 34. 4th down and 7. Trojans keeping the offense out there. 2 receivers and a tight end on the far. And handoff. No. McKeon's going to keep it himself. He's trying to find the lane. Simmons gets the block. He cuts it back inside. And I think he's going to be short of the first down. Where are they going to spot it? McKeon on the carry. And That might be just enough for the first down, actually. McKeon knew where he needed to go, and he might have gotten just that. Refs trying to figure this one out. And they might bring out the chains, maybe? Officials are waving their hands. I gotta tell you, this has not been a master class by the officials by any means. They're going to bring out the chains to mark the ball for this one. Right along the Trojan sideline is where McKeon was pushed out. Had the nice block set up on the edge by the tight end, Derek Simmonsma. But was it enough for the first down? They bring the chains out now. Trojans leading 7-0 with 6:24 left in the first half. Left on that Farmers Ag scoreboard. And it's good for the first down, Trojans. Cameron McKeon just enough for the first down. So going to be first down and 10 for Dakota State. Ball on the 26-yard line of Iowa Wesleyan. Two receivers split to the far. One tight end lined up in the formation tight on each side. Kevin Holland in at running back. And the handoff. No, fakes the handoff. McKeon's going to keep it roll right. Trying to find Cooper McDermott along the Tigers sideline. Caught at about the 22, 23-yard line. Brought down pretty quick. Going to be second down about 5. So McDermott on the reception there. And just outside the red zone. 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. Two receivers on the near. Holland still in at running back. McKeon in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Handoff is to Holland. Finds a little hole up the middle, but the hole quickly closes. And I think he got to the 20 there. That puts him inside the Case IH red zone. If you want equipment that's both power and efficient, it's available only in red at your Case IH dealer, Lake County International, Madison. Third down and 4. And the Trojans are making a couple personnel changes. Looks like Tice Ortman is now back in at running back. Cole Siliason came in for Derek Simmonsma. He's in a bunch set with two other Trojans on the far side. Travis Drebstock in at tight end on the near. McKeon in the shotgun. Looks right. He's going to keep himself up the middle. And he's hit. But just after getting the first down. And Cameron McKeon continues to lead the drive with his legs. Going to be a DSU first down there. Inside the 15-yard line, they're going to spot the ball at about the 14 for first down and 10 here. Not to knock on or jinx it or anything, knock on wood. Trojans have avoided the second quarter collapses that they've felt the last 2 games so far. It's been a nice progress for them as the handoff now is to Ortman, who cuts it back, gets to about the 10, tripped up inside the 10-yard line on the Trojan sideline for Ortman. Gets about 6 on the carry. Second down about 4. The last 2 games for the Trojans, they were outscored in the second quarter 56-0. There's been no score here in the second quarter so far. So definitely progress in this one, as the Trojans are looking for their first second quarter points in the last couple weeks. And the Trojans are now breaking the huddle. 2 receivers split to the far. Tice Ortman in at running back behind McKeon. Actually, he's going to be on the left hip. 2 tight ends lined in tight on the near. McKeon in the shotgun. He motions McDermott in and back and pitches outside to Ortman, who's trying to find a lane. And is pushed out of bounds at about the 6 or 7. A yard short of the first down. Driven out of bounds at about the 6. So, actually, they're going to say 3rd and 2. They got to get inside the 5-yard line for the first down. Cooper McDermott coming out. Coming in for him is 84, the sophomore tight end, Nathan Cook. So 3 tight ends in there. 3 tight ends in there, 2 on the far, 1 on the near. Tice Ortman in, out running back. Handoff is to Ortman up the middle, who lowers his shoulder, powers through. And I think he got enough for the first. Ortman on the carry. That's going to be first down and goal for the Trojans. Ball at the 4. And now another personnel change coming in with 3 receivers this time. Cole Sillison, Cooper McDermott, and Austin Lake all coming in the formation. They're huddling the ball, or huddling now, taking their time. Under 2:20 left here in the first half. McKeon hands it off to Gavin Holland up the middle. He's trying to get a Trojan push. And where do they spot it? Ball carrier is Gavin Holland. He was short of the goal line. Going to be second down and goal at the 2. Now Cooper McDermott and Austin Lake come off. Looks like it's going to be a heavy formation for the Trojans. Come out with 2 tight ends lined up on the far side, and then Deshaun Keel lined up out there as well. Cole Sillison on the near. McKeon under center. And watch the quarterback sneak here. Nope, no quarterback sneak. Instead is going to be Holland, who tried to find the hole. The hole was not there to be had. Ball carrier was Holland, unable to get anywhere. Well, they are going to give him a yard. So third and goal at the 1 now. I didn't even think he got a yard. So now Holland coming out. Tice Ortman going in. Ortman has the only touchdown of the game so far. Chances are he's going to be attempting to get his second one on this play. McKeon in the shotgun with Ortman on his left hip. Keel lined out far. And the handoff is, no! McKeon's going to keep himself, and he's hit. Tackled short of the goal line. Was brought down by Jeremiah Pauling, the linebacker, who was able to read the read option pretty well. Didn't get fooled. And now timeout on the field.
Timeout. Iowa Wesleyan.
Fourth and
Second and a half.
Let's take a 30-second timeout. Come out.
Seconds
Come back
on the game
with this
clock.
4th and goal play for the Trojans. 30 seconds left on the scoreboard. Come back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
Bank West in Madison knows what it takes to build a strong team. This is Tom Kaler, and for more than 130 years, we have earned long-term customer relationships by helping our customers and communities succeed. We pride ourselves in adapting to customer needs and providing top-notch customer service. Whether you prefer banking online, on your phone, or in person, we're here to help. Bank West in Madison is convenient, connected, committed, and proud supporters of area sports. Go Trojans. Member FDIC.
Welcome back up here into the MDL broadcast booth. Getting ready for a 4th and goal play. And they're still meeting. Let's take a couple seconds for station identification here at KJAM.
Stop by the Dairy Queen in Madison and try one of their signature stack burgers. And don't forget the Blizzard of the Month. This is Jammin' Country, 103 KJAM Madison.
Welcome back. And now the offense of the Trojans is walking out on the field. They are going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Ball at the 2. 34 seconds left here in the first half. Trojans lead 7-0. They're trying to extend their lead. They come out 3 tight ends in the formation. Tice Ortman in out running back. Deshaun Keel, the lone receiver on the far side. They motion Simmonsma around. Handoff is no. McKeon's going to keep it. He's brought down at about the 6-yard line. So again, McKeon kept it, and Jeremiah Pauling sniffed it. Nothing going there. And turnover on downs. McKeon unable. He had a good drive there. Used his legs a lot on that drive. And I don't know if that was a read option where he was supposed to give it off to Ortman. I think Ortman might have had a chance there. It looked like the lane might have been there for him. Instead, McKeon kept it, and he was hit almost immediately. So now going to be a turnover on downs with 30 seconds left. Tigers do get the ball to start the first half or the second half. So they still have one timeout left. So maybe see what you can get on this first down play, and if you get a significant gain, then that's where you can decide how aggressive you're going to be. They come out with 3 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. And Chevalier takes his snap. He looks left, rolling left, and picked off along the Tigers sideline. Did not see him. Was picked off by the junior defensive back, Robert Cage. And now with 25 seconds left, the Trojans again going to have a chance to extend their lead. And even with 25 seconds left, got to be smart with the ball. You don't have any timeouts. The ball's going to be spotted at the 17-yard line inside the Case IH red zone, where if you want, or for farm equipment that offers comfort, reliability, and the support you expect, head to the Case IH red zone at Lake County International Madison. I think you can get, if you're on the ground, maybe 2 plays. But I think you got to pass here. Be aggressive. 3 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. McKeon takes a snap. He looks left, steps up in the pocket. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, trying to get rid of it, and he's just going to short it. Incomplete pass there. So now that saves you another down. And if they were willing to attempt a 61-yard field goal, you got to think they're going to feel comfortable attempting a field goal from this spot on the field. Ball currently, it's at the 17, so it'll be a 34-yarder. 3 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Kevin Holland in at running back behind McKeon. McKeon in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking left towards Conrad's direction. The end zone. Dive dropped. Had his man, and was it a perfectly placed ball? No, but it was definitely right in the grasp of the senior receiver, Conrad. So now, 3rd down and 10. You cannot take a sack here. You cannot have any play that results in the clock continuing to clock. 12 seconds left on the Farmers Ag scoreboard here in the first half. Gavin Holland going to be an out running back. So it's either got to be a first down, touchdown, or incomplete pass here. 3 receivers now becomes 2 split out to each side. McKeon takes a snap. He's looking right, looking towards the end zone, flush out of the pocket, going left, keeping his eyes downfield, looks at the back of the end zone, and almost picked off. Intended receiver, believe that's Dylan Johnson, the running back, was the intended receiver. In the end zone, was almost picked off by the free safety, Jerry Evans. So 3 seconds left, and the Trojans are going to be coming out to attempt the field goal. I believe this will be a 34-yard field goal for Karwacki. He hit one from about this distance last week. I mean, they sent him out to attempt a 61-yarder earlier. Kick is up, and it is no good. I thought that was good. The way, from my vantage point, that looked good. No good on the kick. 7-0's your score. Trojans lead, unable to convert twice there in the red zone to end the half, but doesn't cost them too much. Let's take a 2-minute break, come back with our halftime show, our Wilbur Ellis halftime show on the way. 2 minutes here on Jammin' Country 103.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing Asgrow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
You've worked hard to get to this moment. Practicing, learning, preparing, living. And what matters now is what you do in this moment. on the court, mat, field, rink, or pool. And we're all here cheering you on while you make memories with your friends. You are persistent, and we are here for you. No matter the time, place, or season. Your community, your future, our focus. That's Kibble Equipment.
Heartland Energy is your hometown power provider, delivering affordable and reliable energy and services to the city of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland offers a number of programs to help their customers grow and thrive and wants to be your trusted partner if you're looking to expand your business or if you're in need of low-interest financing. Call Heartland Energy today to explore your options at 605-256-6536. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is dedicated to delivering reliable energy and services to the city of Madison.
There's nothing like watching the sun rise over your fields, the smell of hope in the air. At Mustang Seeds, we're ready to help you plan for the next planting season and committed to boosting your yields and increasing your profitability with quality seed genetics customized to your farm ground and your way of farming. Lock in preseason cash discounts, rewards, and competitive pricing by contacting your local Mustang DSM or dealer. Mustang Seeds, plant with pride.
Welcome back to the MDL broadcast booth. I'm Caleb Gill. Time now for the halftime show brought to you by Wilbur Ellis and Chester. Contact your local field experts today to help you grow smart, increase productivity, and reduce loss. Wilbur Ellis, where they never stop looking ahead. 7-0 is a score. Trojans leading the Iowa Wesleyan Tigers 7-0 here in the first half. And it was really all Trojans on the ground. They led time of possession 20 minutes 52 seconds compared to Iowa Wesleyan only having it for a little over 9 minutes there. And in terms of rushing yards, total, Tice Ortman continuing to have a strong game on the ground. 15 carries, 63 yards, does have the lone touchdown so far. And total rushing yards so far, Trojans lead. They have 84 rushes, or 84 rushing yards, while the Tigers only have 12. And the Tigers do leading passing yards right now. It's 39 passing yards to the Trojans' 18. But it's been a lot of dink and dunks. It's 7 attempts or 7 completions for those 39 yards. And Zach Chevalier, he's thrown 2 interceptions. It's defensively, it's been a really strong game for the Trojans. They've been able to get the Tigers off the field quick. Third and outs or quick. I mean, if they give up a first down on the first play, then it's like, all right, next 3 plays, they're going backwards or they're not getting much. The defensive line has been strong here in this one for Dakota State. So far, it's been 2 tackles for loss for Cody Brown, Brooks Jansen, Devontae Murphy. They each have 2 tackles for loss so far, and they also each have at least half a sack, with Cody Brown leading with a sack and a half. Brooks Jansen has 1 sack, and then Devontae Murphy has the other half sacks shared with Cody Brown right now. It's been a dominant game so far defensively and in the trenches, especially for Dakota State. And that's where this game is probably going to be won and lost. That's what the Trojans want to do. They want to establish a ground game. They're big on the ground. They may not be the best passing game or passing, but if they can get rolling on the ground, they can be dangerous. Tice Ortman, he's showing that here today. And the quarterback situation so far for Dakota State's been interesting to watch. Josiah Vitale led the only drive for Dakota State, their only scoring drive. On that drive, he only completed 1 pass for 9 yards. And he also had 5 rushing attempts for -7 yards total, or that's what he has throughout the game so far. But he led that drive. And that's one thing to keep an eye out on is if they continue to roll with Vitale, or do they continue to go back and forth with Cameron McKeon, or has McKeon done enough to maybe be the full-time starter in the second half? I think we should actually be able to find out that answer to start the second half, because Cameron McKeon, they were switching every 2 drives. So 2 drives will go to McKeon, the next 2 will go to Vitale, the next 2 to McKeon. I think the next 2 drives, if they continue with that pattern, should be Vitale's to start the first or the second half. So I think we'll find out rather quickly if they continue to just roll with the 2 drives, or if they feel that McKeon has separated himself from Vitale. And it was really his legs. 2 drives ago, or the second to last drive in that first half for the Trojans, he ran. They have him down for 6 yards, or 6 attempts, 22 yards. I'm willing to bet almost every single one of those yards came on that drive. He led it. It was him on the ground, because you don't really see McKeon. You don't really see him running the ball that much. That's not something he does very often, but he was able to do it there on that drive. It's been a very effective, and if you like high-scoring games, this might not be the game for you, but if you like good defensive battles that are won and lost in the trenches, this is what you have right here so far. It's 7-0, and the Trojans did have 2 attempts in the red zone. 2 times at the end of the second half, they almost got it. They were doorsteps away from scoring, and they were right there. Unable to get the ball inside the end zone, though, with Cameron McKeon getting tackled for a loss on the 4th and goal. And then on the final drive, they picked it off, was intercepted, by, they're giving that interception to Connie Johnson, actually, by the way, so he must have changed his number. Connie Johnson got the interception there, and he set him up. It was inside the red zone. They had 3 plays. It's 30 seconds on the clock. They had the time to push the ball into the end zone, just didn't quite get there. Had one go right over the hands of the intended target, Darian Conrad, and then almost picked off. Set out the field goal unit, and Noah Kawarki missed one, which is not something I've really seen him do very often. He's pretty, especially from that sort of range, he's kind of automatic. So to see him miss that, it does appear to be a little windy out there right now, so maybe the wind had an impact. But 7-0's your score. And the Trojans, they've they've handled this game. And this has been the big win for them in that first half was that second quarter. I cannot stress that one enough. They've been outscored 56-0. They gave up 35 points to UWL in the second quarter and 21 last week to Waldorf in the second quarter. Them being able to keep it together in that quarter alone is why they're still in this game. Because in those first quarters of that game, it was pretty slow. It was all right. Defensive battle. Who was ever going to win the trenches? And then the offenses just go off. This time, they kept the Tigers in check. And that was pretty promising to see. It was nice to see the Trojans be able to not fall apart in that quarter. Instead, they managed the clock. They ran it. It was all them there in the first half in general. So, nice first half. Now let's see how they answer, because Tigers are going to make their adjustments. How do the Trojans adjust as well? At some point, you're going to have to push the ball downfield, I think. I'm willing to bet the Tigers are going to sell out on the run. So when they do that, how the Trojans react? Are they going to be able to get the ball to their playmakers? They don't have a receiver that's gone over 100 yards, not just in a game, but on the season. Their leading receiver on the season right now, I believe, is Cooper McDermott with 80-something. No 100-yard receiver in terms of season total so far. So passing isn't what they do, but they're also 1-2 right now. You got to pass the ball a little bit more, spread it out to your guys, get some guys like Cooper McDermott involved. Throw it again to Darian Conrad. He had his guy be in the end zone. It's just barely out of reach. If they can use a play action, heck, utilize, live and die on that play action. If the Tigers are going to sell on the run in the second half, beat them with play action, because guys are going to get open. And let's take a 2-minute break. Come back. Let's look at some other scores from around college football when we come back here on Jammin' Country 103.
Stare at a screen all day? Bud's Cleanup Service in Madison has a perfect job for you. Join the amazing team at Bud's Cleanup Service. They're looking for applicants to work flexible hours in the office and route work. This position is 40 hours per week with overtime available, plus health, vision, life insurance, and PTO. Feel accomplished and work outside with a great family-oriented business. Apply in person at Bud's Cleanup Service, 114 West Center Street, Madison, or email budscleanup@gmail.com.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Cundert Williams Insurance in Madison today. When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Buying a home is one of the largest investments many people will make in their lifetime. Weber Abstract will make your investment secure. Hi, I'm Kelly with Weber Abstract. For over 70 years, we have helped so many wonderful people build their trust in our services. We strive to continue that tradition for another 70 years. Call 256-4640 to speak with one of our local and knowledgeable staff that serves all of Lake County. You can also visit our website at weberabstract.com. Weber Abstract, why go anywhere else?
Welcome back into your Wilbur Ellis halftime show. Let's take a look at some other scores across college football right now. Right now, Minnesota, they're leading Michigan State 31-0. Well into the fourth quarter. Florida, they're down to Tennessee 31-21. Anthony Richardson has finally thrown a touchdown pass, so progress there. Texas, they're up 31-24 on Texas Tech. Middle Tennessee State, they're at Miami, Florida. And I saw this before getting on air. I was looking at Twitter. They were selling tickets as low as $3 there in Miami, and for good reason. Miami's down 31-17 to Middle Tennessee State right now. Notre Dame coming off their first win in the Marcus Freeman era a week ago against Cal. They're up 38-20 on North Carolina. Cincinnati up 38-17 on the Big Ten, Indiana. Oregon, they are down 23-15 into the third quarter against Washington State. As we continue to look here, Arizona up 14-7 on California. And some of the finals from earlier today, Georgia, of course, they continue to win 39-22 against Kent State. Michigan was in a close one against Maryland, 34-27. Clemson had to go into 2 overtimes to beat Wake Forest, 51-45. Baylor outlasts Iowa State, 31-24. Auburn beat Missouri, 17-14. That was a weird game. And then later on today, in a little over an hour from now, Ohio State's going to be hosting Wisconsin. Iowa will be at Rutgers. Arkansas at Texas A&M. Miami of Ohio at Northwestern. USC will be at Oregon State later on tonight. And Stanford will be at Washington. And the score right now here at Trojan Field is 7-0. The Dakota State Trojans up 7-0 on the Iowa Wesleyan Tigers in what's been a very defensive game. And a little quarterback competition's played out throughout the game. And it's hard to say if a quarterback right now has gained the upper hand. And we'll see if one of them gains the upper hand in the second half. And what will be interesting to find out, or see, all right, you gain the upper hand, you pretty much win the backup job, but with Brooks out right now, my understanding is there's not much of a timetable on how long Brooks will be, so we'll see. Cameron McKeon got the start today, but if Josiah Vitale, the freshman, is able to prove he's better or worth starting, maybe he'll be able to start another game later on this season. One thing that was a big concern, or has been a concern so far throughout the season, is the young offensive line of the Trojans. And I really haven't mentioned that nearly as much as I have in previous broadcasts because it wasn't much of a problem today. But they have 4 out of 5 starters on the offensive line, and Brooks was getting hit a lot. And he's got a really bad bruise on his leg right now, from my understanding. And that's why he's out today. We'll see how long he's out after today's game, if he is out any longer. And when he does come back, is he able to stay healthy? Because that was a concern that Josh Anderson had, the head coach, was keeping his quarterback up, how many times he was getting hit. Now, I don't think there's been any sacks so far in this game, has there? For Iowa Wesleyan. There's been 1 sack so far. So they've been able to keep the quarterbacks up today. Como Phillips has the lone sack for the Tigers. So besides that, they've been able to stay up. And the only times the quarterbacks have been hit is when they decide to keep it themselves. So that's been a nice, promising sign to see. And that's one thing that the Trojans are going to continue to try doing here in the second half. Keep the quarterbacks up, open the lanes on the ground, and utilize the play action. If the Tigers are going to sell out, they're going to go hard on defending the run attack. Now that both quarterbacks have shown that they can get out in space with their legs, they can keep the ball themselves. Now that the Tigers have seen that, maybe use some play action, do some RPOs, get some receivers open, push the ball downfield, and defense for the Dakota State just continue to play strong. They continue to play strong. The offense, if they play a little bit more complimentary to the Tigers, then I think we should have a good second half for the Tigers. As we're getting ready for the second half to start here in a few minutes, that will be your Wilbur Ellis halftime show. Wilbur Ellis specializing in dry and liquid fertilizers, DeKalb and Astro seeds, and custom application of fertilizers. Contact them today at 489-2171. Wilbur Ellis, where they never stop looking ahead. Let's take one final 2-minute break. Come back. We'll have kickoff here in 2 minutes here on Jammin' Country 103.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing Asgrow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service of Bob's Electric in Madison. No matter if it's new or existing service upgrades, things like lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans in farm, commercial, or residential areas, Bob's Electric can handle your electrical needs. They also offer 24-hour electrical emergency service. Bob's Electric serves Howard, Canova, Madison, and surrounding areas. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric, serving Southeast South Dakota.
First Madison Insurance.
With expertise in all areas of insurance, you can trust First Madison Insurance to get you the best coverage at the best price. Whether that's insurance for agriculture, commercial, personal lines, life, health, or retirement insurance, special events, or specialty insurance, they offer everything for everyone. Find out how First Madison Insurance can help you with any of these products and services by calling First Madison Insurance at 256-6634. There's big news at Tire Motive Service Center in Madison. Tire Motive is excited to announce that Wayne and the team from Jax are now part of Tire Motive. Along with adding decades of experience, Tire Motive now also has 2 more hoists and an additional oil change bay, all to better serve our community. The addition of Wayne and the team from Jax also means that Tire Motive can also do exhaust work, total vehicle repair, now under one roof at Tire Motive Service Center in Madison.
Tire Motive.
Welcome back up here in the MDL broadcast booth. We're getting ready for our second half to kick off here at Trojan Field. Dakota State up on Iowa Wesleyan as we're getting to start the second half. 7-0 is the score. Noah Kowalski getting ready to kick this one off. It'll be his first time kicking it off today. Actually, no, his second time. Back deep to return this one for Dakota State. Tyler Ball is out there. And a little squibble kick, or squib kick, and cuts it up to the 30, gets out to the 40, 45, 50. And the Iowa Wesleyan offense is going to be starting this drive off at the Trojan 44? Yeah, 44-yard lines where the Tigers are going to be set up with first down and 10 after the return believe that was Stafford Lewis on the return. And the handoff again to Cole up the middle. And he's hit after about 3 yards. The ball continues to be pushed, though. Gets out to about the 30 for second down, about 6. So 4-yard gain there from Cole. Brings up second down and 6. The Trench is aware this one's going to be won and lost. That's going to be the difference maker here. The Trojans, they won the Trenches battle. They won that battle in the first half. If they continue to win it here in the second, they'll come away with the win on the scoreboard. One receiver split out to each side. And it looks like Lewis is in at running back now. Trojans showing pressure. They bring 4. Handoff is to Lewis, who bounces it back outside. Gets down to about the 25-yard line. Short of the first down. It's going to be third down and about 3. Off the carry from Stafford Lewis. And now he comes off. Cameron Cole comes in. So it's going to be third down and 3. First big third down here in the second half. They come in. 3 running backs in the backfield, 31 personnel, and the handoff is to Cole, who continues to use his legs, but the Trojans aren't going to give it up. So the running back, Cole, is brought down in the backfield. Max Sonny in on that tackle. So it's going to be fourth down and 3 still. They got back. They gave him forward progress at the line of scrimmage there. 4th and 3. Tigers keeping the offense out there. And again, same formation. They have 3 running backs in the backfield and Chevalier under center. And the handoff is to the fullback there, who gets it close to the line to gain. Jackson Kuhn, the ball carrier. Where they're going to spot it is going to be the question. Tigers signaling first down, waiting for the official signal from the ref. As the Tigers continue to aggressively point, this first down, that's first down. No word, and it looks like they're going to have to bring out the chains on this one. Bring out the chains. It's going to be close. Now, I don't know if it's like index card close where you're going to have to put an index card in there to see if they got the first down or not. You remember that from, like, what was that, like Sunday night or Monday Night Football between the Cowboys and Raiders a couple years ago? It shouldn't be that close. But they extend the chain out. And it is short. Trojans forced to turn over on downs. Kuhn just inches short of the first down. So now the Trojans are going to take over. 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. As I'm waiting to see which quarterback is going to be coming out there. McKeon is going to be the quarterback to start here in the second half. 3 receivers split out to the far. 1 to the near. Ortman in at running back behind McKeon. McKeon looking around, scanning the field. Takes a snap, hands it off to Ortman, who tries to bounce it right, trying to find a lane. Breaks a little bit of a tackle, shrugs the Tiger off him, and he falls forward for about a yard. Hard-fought yard there for Tice Ortman. Gain of 1. So second down and 9. Ball on the 25-yard line. About 26, actually. 2 receivers on the far, 1 to the near. Looks like 1 tight end's lined up on each side of the formation as well. Tice Ortman in our running back. The handoff is to McKeon, who gets hit in the backfield. The offensive line got turned over. They allowed the defensive line to come in like they were turnstiles to blow that one up there. So no gain on the carry. 3rd down and 9. Trojans going to want to avoid a 3-and-out here on their first drive in the second half. They were able to force the turnover on downs, defense was, and now offense needs to play a little bit of complementary football. They come out with 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. McKeon in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's rolling right, looking downfield, continuing to roll, dumps it off, and no, well short of any intended receiver there. I think that was intended for Austin Lake. It was about 5 yards away from Lake there. So it's going to be a turnover, or it's going to be a 3-and-out, with the Trojans going to be punting this one away. Unable to take advantage of the turnover on downs. But instead they're going to try punting this one off and flipping the field. Noah Kowalski out there to punt. To receive this punt, deep out there is Tyler Ball for Iowa Wesleyan. In the snap. Nice snap. Tigers bring pressure, and that one going to drop about the 40, picked up by Foster at about the 40-yard line. And that's where the Tigers are going to be set up with 1st and 10. That last drive for the Tigers, they were stuffed short on 4th and inches, or fourth and short rather. They were inches short of the first down inside Trojan territory. They're going to be looking to come out down 7-0 here with 10:40 left in the third quarter. 1 receiver on the near side, lined up against Austin Lake. Sorry, that's not Austin Lake. And that fakes the handoff and pitches on the shovel pass, but Devontae Murphy sniffed it out. And he brought him down, hugged him like a rag doll, and threw him out. And Tyler Ball was there to receive the shovel, but he also received a big hit from Murphy. So now 2nd down and 12. 2 receivers split out to the near side. The corner is Blake Duran on the near side. Trojans bring 3. Chevalier takes a step back and he passes tipped. Losing my words there. And that one looked like that was staying in the air forever before it finally came down into the grass. So now 3rd down and 12. 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Tigers coming out. They're going to have 3 receivers split out to the near side. The fans here, they're starting to get a little loud for this big 3rd down. 3rd and long. Chevalier in the shotgun, takes a step back. He's looking right, throws it along the hashes, just out of reach of the outstretched hand of J.C. Gill. Would have been enough for the 1st down. Instead, it's going to be 4th down and about 12. So the Tigers are going to be punting this one again. Jay Skogerby back there to receive the punt. Or Jay Skogerbo, that is. And Kamal Phillips is going to be punting this one off. Trojans looking like they're going to bring some pressure. They did block a punt against Waldorf last week, and they almost blocked one there. Short punt. That's going to land at about the 35-yard line. Does take a Tiger roll, picked up by Skogerby, and he's going to be tackled down about the 25. Trojans having no problem bringing pressure on those punts, and one of these times, got to think they might be able to capitalize on that. That's how they were able to score their first point of the game against Waldorf last week. They punted, or they had Waldorf set up to punt. They blocked the punt on Waldorf's first drive of the game. They were able to take advantage of the field situation they were in and ran it down. Tice Ortman scored the first touchdown of the game there. This time, Tice Ortman has the lone touchdown again in this one. He's lined up in the backfield behind Josiah Vitale. Vitale hands it off to Ortman, who tries to cut it back inside. Made a man miss, but he's brought down at about the 27-yard line. So they are still alternating quarterbacks Josiah Vitale in at quarterback right now. Actually, that might have been Dylan Johnson, the ball carrier. Johnson's still in there at running back. 2 receivers split to the far. Vitale motions Johnson to his left hip. In the shotgun, hands it off to Johnson, who finds a lane, lowers a shoulder, falls down right after getting enough for the first down. So you can kind of see why this was such a difficult decision early on and who would start at running back. They have 3 really talented guys. Tice Ortman, the lead guy. Gavin Holland, when he gets the ball, he can be effective. And then Dylan Johnson, he's 3rd on their depth chart, but I think maybe elsewhere he'd be at least a backup. I mean, these are some really good running backs for the Trojans right now. They've got 2 receivers and a tight end on the far side. Vitale in the shotgun, and the pitch is to Johnson on that far side. Finds a lane, and he's going to be blown up dead after about a yard or so. So he was able to get a yard or 2 after facing pressure immediately after receiving the toss. Second down and about 8. And there's an injured player on the field. I think there was a player that walked off due to injury for the Tigers. So second down and 8. Check that, 2nd and 9. 3 receivers on the near. Vitale in the shotgun. Takes us. Nope. He motions Cooper McDermott from the left to the right. Now he motions him back to the left. And the handoff is in the backfield, blown up. A leaky backfield led to Tice Ortman getting dropped for a loss of about 4 or 5. All right, loss of 2. That was a little exaggeration. 3rd down and 11 now for the Trojans. Going to be big 3rd down here if they can convert. 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Vitale in at quarterback. Dylan Johnson, the running back, in behind Vitale. And Vitale, quarterback or halfback draw to Johnson. Throws off a defender. Stiff arms, continuing to fall forward. And I don't believe it. I think he got the first down. I want to know what his bench is after 2 huge stiff arms like that. My gosh. That was a play that might have, I originally thought was only going to get like 2 or 3, but Johnson was able to get a lot more than that. Got enough for the first down, setting them up with first down and 10 at about the 47-yard line. They come out with 3 receivers stretched out to the far, 1 to the near. Johnson still on at running back behind Vitale. Vitale in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Johnson, who cuts it back right and brings it inside, gets hit, maybe gets a yard. That 3rd down carry from Johnson was huge because not only did it extend the drive, it keeps the clock moving here. It's 6:15 left in the 3rd quarter on the Farmers Ag scoreboard. And besides dominating the trenches, I mean, this kind of actually goes hand in hand with dominating the trenches. They dominated the time of possession in that first half by nearly double, well, actually more than double what the Tigers had. Handoff again to Johnson, who runs it up the middle, trying to find a lane, and tries throwing down 1 defender, but 2 more are going to get in there to bring him down. Short of the 50, they're actually going to mark it at the 50 for this 3rd down play. 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans. And now Johnson going to get a little time off. He's going to come off over to the bench. Tice Ortman now coming in at running back. 2 receivers are going to be stretched out. Actually, 3 receivers are going to be stretched out far to the wide side. 1 receiver to the near as the Trojans are moving from our right to the left. The motion man is Rebstock. And the handoff, no, fakes the handoff right over the glove of Lake along the seam. And almost intercepted there. Dangerous pass. And it was a little high for Lake. Went up, put his hand in the air, and when he put his hand in the air, it allowed for a potential interception off the ricochet Instead, it's going to be 4th down and 7. And the Trojans sent out the punt team. No Kowalski out there to punt, with number 0, Tyler Ball, out there to field it. 5:15 left here in the third. And almost dropped the snap. He had to readjust to be able to get that one. Does get the ball off, and it rolls into the 20-yard line. So they're going to spot it inside the 20-yard line of the Tigers. I think they're going to put it down at about the 18. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 18 for the Tigers, where they're going to start on this drive. They come out, 2 receivers on the near. And Cameron Cole in at running back next to Chevalier. Chevalier in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Cole. Tries bouncing it outside, but the Trojans not going to allow him to go anywhere. He was wrapped up on the outside, I think. He was wrapped up there by Brooks Jansen, and then a couple other Trojans came in to help. And now it's going to be 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard carry. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Chevalier in the shotgun, fakes a handoff, throws it left, got his man along the numbers, brought down short of the 30, might be enough for the 1st down. The catch there by Ball, and it will be enough for the 1st down. And Tyler Ball gets the 1st down along the Tigers sideline. Now 1 receiver split out to each side. Ball lined up along that Tigers sideline. And handoff to the running back. It's Sky and Moses for 2 yards. Maybe. Not even going to give him a yard. All right. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now. 3.5 left here in the third. They're going to come out with 3 receivers on the near side. No, 2 receivers and a tight end on the near side. Chevalier in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Moses up the middle. And the Red Sea really isn't parting for him here today. Those lanes just are not there for any of the running backs for the Tigers. It's been a real struggle up front. Those Trojans defensive linemen, they've been able to stuff it out. Even just bring 3, it's been enough to put a lot of pressure on the young offensive line of the Tigers. And now it's 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers and a tight end on the near. 1 receiver split out far. Moses in at running back. Chevalier takes a snap. He looks left, steps up in the pocket, and he's keeping his eyes downfield. He's got some time out there, but almost picked off. Duran almost with another interception. Instead, there's going to be a pass deflection there on 3rd down. Pass intended for Damian Tanulus. And that's going to be 4th down and 7. And the Trojan sideline was getting pretty pumped up about that one. Duran, had he picked that one off, that would have been picked off right along the Trojan sideline. Now Jay Skogerbo is back there to receive the punt. A little over 2.5 left here in the third. Trojans still up 7-0. No score since the first quarter. Punt almost blocked again. High punt. Drops inside the 40. Continues to take a Tiger roll, though. That's going to roll to about the 15. So 50 or 15-yard roll. And the Trojans, they continue to put pressure on the punter. And they're almost getting there. They are like inches away from blocking some of those punts. But now it's going to be 1st down and 10. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans at about the 15-yard line of their own side. And Vitale come back in at quarterback. The Trojans are going to come out with one receiver on the far, two to the near. I assume a tight end is in there. A tight end is on the near side. Vitale in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to the running back who finds a lane. That's Ortman, who continues to backpedal, and he falls backwards to getting close to the 30. Stays on his feet. Gets enough for the first down. That's going to be a DSU first down on the nice balance there from the running back, Tice Ortman. One receiver going to be split out to each side. Actually, now two receivers are going to be split out to the far side for the Trojans, and then a tight end out there as well. Vitale in the shotgun with Ortman on his left hip. And the handoff is to Ortman up the middle, who is able to break through the pile to get about 5. Brought down at about the 35. It's going to be a 6-yard gain on the carry for the ball carrier, Ortman. Second down and 4. As the Trojans just continue to grind out the clock. A minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Two receivers split out to the far, one to the near. Vitale in the shotgun, Ortman behind him. And pressure being brought by the Tigers, but not enough. Ortman stiff arms, runs up to 40, got a blocker out there, 30, 20, gets up to sideline 10, tackled inside the 5. Big run there by the running back Ortman, setting them up with first and goal inside the Case IH red zone for farm equipment that offers comfort, reliability, and the support you expect. Head to the Case IH red zone at Lake County International in Madison. Ortman just took the handoff, bounced it outside, made a couple guys miss, and the big stiff arm along the Tigers sideline, like a little rub in the face, like get out of my way, threw him into his own bench. Now it's going to be first and goal on the, let's spot that, the 4. Gavin Holland in that running back now. And the handoff is to Holland up the middle. Powers through, stretches it out. Touchdown, Trojans. 3 yards is the carry for Gavin Holland on the score. And now the Trojans have extended their lead, 13-0. They're actually going to, it was Dylan Johnson on the carry. It was 33, not 23. Dylan Johnson on the carry. Set up from the big gain from the running back, Tice Ortman. Tice Ortman, it was a 62-yard carry that set up the 3-yard score for Dylan Johnson. And now Noah Kwarke out there lined up to attempt the extra point. So now, snaps up, kicks good. And it's a 14-0 lead here for the Trojans with 30 seconds left here on the Farmers Ag scoreboard in the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break, come back with the kickoff here at KJM.
Scooters Coffee in Madison is pumped for football season. Try their pumpkin spice latte with pumpkin cold foam, pumpkin caramelicious, maple spice cold foam, and maple vanilla latte at Scooters Coffee in Madison. And don't forget to order their pumpkin caramelicious muffin. All season long, swing by and grab your favorite drink and snack at Scooters Coffee in Madison. Then cheer on the DSU Trojan football team. Scooters Coffee in Madison is a proud supporter of Dakota State University students and athletes.
And welcome back here into the MDL broadcast booth. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Trojans have extended their lead against the Tigers. 14-0 is Dakota State's lead over Iowa Wesleyan after the 3-yard score from Dylan Johnson, set up by the 62 rush from Tice Ortman. Noah Kwarke now getting ready to kick this one off to the Tigers. And the kick is off. It's going to be fielded at about the 12. Ran up, trying to find the sidelines. Going to be brought down inside the 20. Ball unable to get anywhere. Brought down by number 55, of the Trojans, Colin Brueggemann. And ball is taking a little bit of time to get up. Ball going to be spotted at the 19 after the return. Tigers, they're going to need an answer here. 25 seconds left. They haven't been able to get much offense going. They have, in terms of net passing yards, 4 passing yards netted, 1 rushing. It's 59 total yards is what they've accumulated in this game so far. They come out with 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff is to Moses up the middle. Gets up to about the 25 before he's brought down. And that might be the end of the quarter. There's 10 seconds and counting left. And 3, 2, 1. Zeros in the third quarter. 14-0 is your score here before we head into the fourth quarter. Trojans up as we're getting ready for the fourth quarter start here against the Tigers. We're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with the beginning of the fourth. The Tigers will have the ball with 2nd and 10 when we come back here on 103.1 FM.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today, you have more choices than ever on how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all of your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the services you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Your local trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it most.
And we're back here on Dakota's Best 1390 as the run. And we're back. The Tigers got a big gain from Stafford Lewis along the Tigers sideline. Got a gain of pretty big gain there. Trying to see the official number for the Tigers. I think there might be a flag thrown on that far sideline. Sorry, I was trying to work out the numbers on how many rushing yards the offense has for Trojan so far. And it's actually going to be a penalty against the Trojans here. Going to give them even more yardage on that play. Stafford Lewis with the big run. And now it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers at about the 27-yard line. 2 receivers on the near. Actually going to be lined up on the 28. Chevalier the shotgun. And the handoff is to the running back Lewis up the middle. And that was a 32-yard run for Lewis on that last play. And now he gets about 4 more. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 6. And I'm looking at the rushing numbers right now. And for Tice Ortman, yep, I just want to confirm that. He's got 142 yards on the game. His first 100-yard rushing game of the year as that one's handed off to Moses up the middle. And he breaks a tackle and makes a man miss as he continues to not want to fall down. He's going to be brought down inside the 10, inside the Case IH red zone. Brought to you by Case IH for service and advice you can trust. Stop inside the Case IH red zone at Lake County International in Madison. And a little hurry up here for the Tigers. 2 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. Handoff is to Moses up the middle. And he tries diving forward, but he may be down short of the goal line. Stops short. This guy Moses doesn't get much. He did get 19 yards on the last carry. Gets only a few there. It's going to be 2nd and goal at about the 1. It's the first time the Trojans have been put up against the wall here. 31 personnel, 3 running backs in there. And the handoff is to the fullback who runs it up the middle. I think that's a touchdown for Kuhn. Ball is out, though. Did he get over the plane? They're going to signal touchdown for the Tigers. So the Tigers answer the Trojans' touchdown with a score of their own, as they are now within 1 score of the Trojans. Here with almost 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Out there to attempt the extra point is Lucas Mosqueda. And the kick is up. And the kick from Mosqueda is good. So 14-7 is the score. We're going to take a 30-second break, come back with the kickoff. Trojans will be receiving the ball with 13:05 left in the fourth quarter here in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
When you're hungry for a quick bite to eat or your favorite ice cream treat, the place to go is the Dairy Queen in Madison. Try one of the signature snack burgers, chicken strips, or the rotisserie-style chicken bites in a salad bowl or basket with fries. And don't forget to grab your favorite Blizzard. If you haven't tried the DQ app yet, you are missing out. You can save time and skip the line by ordering ahead, and your order will be ready when you get there. Plus, get exclusive deals and earn reward points, all from your smartphone with the DQ app. Good luck to the Trojans from the Dairy Queen in Madison.
Stop by the Dairy Queen in Madison and try one of their signature stack burgers. And don't forget the Blizzard of the Month. This is Jammin' Country 103 KJAM Madison.
And it was actually Parker Height who scored the touchdown from 1 yard for the Tigers. Scores 14-7 with 13:05 left here in the fourth. Tigers are getting ready to kick this one off to the Trojans. Trojans scored on their last drive. So last 2 drives have been touchdowns. So 2 touchdowns here in the last couple minutes after only 1 touchdown in the first half. High kick. It's going to be fair caught at about the 30 by Dylan Johnson. Excuse me. So Trojans going to be coming out onto the field. They'll be set up with first down and 10 on their own 30. Tice Ortman, the running back who has been leading the way, leading the charge for Dakota State so far. He's got 142 yards on the ground, his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. And then Dylan Johnson, he's had a couple big carries for Dakota State as well. He only has 21
offsides,
yards, but
kicking team.
Pretty big 21
Penalty
yards so
added,
far.
5 yards to where the fair catch was caught. First down, Dakota State.
There's a penalty on, what are they marking? I didn't even hear what they said. I was unable to make out what they were saying, but it's going to give the Trojans extra 5 yards. So it's going to be first down and 10 Trojans from their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers on the near side. I believe that's Ortman in at running back. And Vitale. Vitale's still in there at quarterback. And the handoff is to Ortman, who gets swallowed up. Nowhere to go. And he's going to get enough to just get back to the line of scrimmage there for second down and 10. Second down and 10. No gain on the carry. Now they're going to come out with 3 receivers on the near. Maybe throw in a little play action at some point. They've been running the ball really effectively, especially with Ortman. And the handoff, there's a little bit play action. He's looking deep downfield. He's got his man. Overthrows him by 5 yards. Right idea there, just couldn't complete it to Michael Hyberson. I think he got a little excited because he was open. That would have been a huge play along the Trojan sideline. Overthrew him. And now it's third down and 10. Come out with 2 receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Tice Ortman in at running back behind Vitale. Vitale takes a snap. He's rolling right, looking downfield, and he's looking towards the Trojan sidelines. Got his man. That time he did complete it to Hyberson, who got just enough for the first down. No, it was Dylan Johnson on the reception there. The way it came out of the pile, it looked like it was Hyberson. But Dylan Johnson was able to catch that one along the Trojan sideline. Enough for the first down. It's going to be first down and 10 at about their own 40. It's like they're 40 and a half, if you want to get specific. 3 receivers split out to the far. Johnson in at running back next to Vitale. And Vitale's going to look to keep it, and he's going to run up the middle, tries to break a tackle, and he leans forward, crosses over to the 50, gets down after about 6 yards on the carry for second down and 4 on the Tiger 48. And this has been a nice drive so far here for Dakota State. They are looking to answer with another touchdown. Their last drive they scored. Then the Tigers answered. Dakota State, they come out with one receiver split out to each side. The handoff is to the running back, Ortman, who lowers his shoulder, powers through, continues to muscle through. He's being carried to the 30, inside the 30-yard line. He was helped there by another Trojan, but he continues to churn the legs. Tice Ortman again with the big carry. Sets him up with first down and 10 at the 27-yard line. And now Ortman still in there, running back. 2 receivers and a tight end on the near side. It was a 16-yard scamper for the running back. And again, the handoff is to Ortman up the middle, who the pile doesn't get much of a push there. He got maybe 2. Got about 2 yards there. A tough 2 yards. Second down and 8 at about the 25. Ortman comes off the field. And Dylan Johnson looks to be the running back in there right now. 2 receivers split out to the far, 1 to the near. Also, tight end is Travis Rebstock lined up tight on the near side. Vitale in the shotgun. And takes a snap. Vitale pumps, throws right down the Trojan sideline, just out of reach again. The intended target, Hyberson. Right idea, the pump, the play action, deep shots along the Trojan sideline, just overthrowing the intended target. So now third down and 8 from the Tiger 25-yard line. Clock stop at 9:54 left here in this one. 2 receivers on the near side. Darian Conrad, the lone receiver on the far side. Vitale takes a snap, play action, looks left in Conrad's direction, pumps it, steps up in the pocket, moves up, decides to keep it himself, rolls, and dropped at the 20. And actually gets inside the 20-yard line, inside the Case IH red zone for fourth down and 2 now here. And it looks like the Trojans are going to decide to keep it. Case IH red zone for farm equipment that offers comfort, reliability, and the support you expect. Head of the Case IH red zone at Lake County International in Madison. 2 receivers split out to the far. Ortman in at running back behind Vitale. Vitale in the shotgun. Trying to get the right signal from the coaches along the Trojan sideline for this fourth down play. Snap, handoff, and whistle dead. And I think Anderson didn't like what he saw.
Timeout.
So he's going to call a timeout. They're taking a timeout on the field. Let's take a 30-second timeout as well. Come back with fourth down for the Trojans of 14-7 with 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter on Jammin' Country 103.
We're more than your gas station. We're your neighbor. We've got soup when you're under the weather, and treats when you're over the moon. We've got fuel when you've got places to go. And most of all, we've got a big heart when it comes to supporting this community, because it's our community too.
F&M Co-op Oil is a proud supporter of our community activities. For service for your vehicle, fuel, propane, and premium Cenex lubricants, see the professionals at F&M Co-op Oil. Plus, they're your tire headquarters, from the smallest cars to the biggest tractors. F&M Co-op Oil, West Highway 34 in Madison.
Welcome back. And the Trojans are going to attempt the field goal here from the 20-yard line. So it's going to be about a 37-yarder for Noah Kwarke. 0 for 2 today. Here's a kick It's up, and it is good. From 37, Kawarki extends the Trojan lead 17-7 with 9 minutes left here on the Farmers X scoreboard in the fourth quarter. And a huge drive there from the Trojans to answer. And let's just stay on. We're going to stay on here instead of going to commercial. And 9:06, Tigers now down 10. They haven't been able to get much offense until that last drive. How will they answer now? They've now, it's been a pretty exciting last couple of drives here for both teams. It's been pretty much just late in the third, early fourth quarter. It's been a 10-7 game.
Please put 9:02 on the game clock.
7-0 game early on, where Dakota State, they pretty much held on to 7-0 through the entire first quarter and well into the third, extending their lead. And now, after Iowa Wesleyan's answer with a field goal this time from Noah Kawarki. And he's getting ready to line this one up. Deep to field it for the Tigers, I believe. That is Jaden Harris out there to receive this one. Noah Kawarki running it up. Kick is deep. That one is going to be fielded inside the 5. Ran up to about the 10. Gets outside about the 15. Tries to get to the 20. Might have fallen past the 20. And I believe that was Jaden Harris on the return there. So under 9 minutes left here in the quarter. And it's been both teams really relying on the ground game, but maybe the Tigers start feeling a little desperate. They're going to be set up with first down and 10 on their own 21, 22-yard line. 2 receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Chevalier in at quarterback in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Moses up the middle, who breaks a tackle and falls forward short of the first down. So it's going to be a 9-yard carry for second down and 1. It's going to be ball spotted at the 31. 2 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. Chevalier in at quarterback. Looking around, scanning the field. Trying to, looks like there's a play change there. Trying to relay the information to his offense. And the handoff again to Moses, who finds a little bit of a lane. Enough for the first down, trying to get more. As he continues to try fighting, was brought down by the waist. At about the 36, 37-yard line. Good enough for a Tiger first down. So maybe you don't have to start getting desperate down 10. If the ground game's working, maybe they can just continue to ground and pound here. 2 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. Moses in at running back. The handoff is to him. No, that's Lewis, who cuts it back along the sideline. Fumble on the play, and I think it might have been picked up by the Trojans. Trojans signaling they have it. There's a trying to sort it out along the Tiger sideline. Big hit there against Lewis. Propped out the ball. And I'm not sure if they know who got it. And they're signaling Trojan ball. So that's going to be a Trojan ball on the fumble recovery. First down and 10. They're going to take over. And Josiah Vitale, he's still in at quarterback. He's going to be set up with first down and 10 on the 33-yard line. 7:37 left here in the fourth. 2 receivers on the near. I believe the running back is Johnson. Handoff is to him, who gets it up the middle, continues to push, gets maybe 3 on the carry. Dylan Johnson wasn't on the carry there. Gain of about 3. Second down and 7. Ball at the 30. And now the Trojans can definitely just start thinking about running this one out, continue to ground and pound. And if they get stopped on a 4th down, as long as they don't lose yards, I think they feel comfortable sending Kawarki out there. They're up 17-7 with 7:15 left on the Farmers X scoreboard. 2 receivers on the near. One tight end lined up on each side. Running back is Johnson in there next to Vitale. And Vitale pitches it out on the speed option to Johnson, tries to find a lane, cuts it up to the 20, and brought down inside the 15-yard line. Had the nice block set on the edge. And that's going to be a 1st down and 10 inside the Case IH red zone, where you can find reliable Case IH equipment for your farming operation in the Case IH red zone at Lake County International Madison. 1st and 10 at the 15 for the Trojans after the carry from Dylan Johnson. 6.5 left here in the quarter. 2 receivers split out to the far. Vitale in the shotgun with Dylan Johnson on his left hip. And the handoff, no, Vitale's going to keep it and cuts it up. Finds a little bit of a lane before being brought down after a gain of maybe 3 or 4. And now Tice Ortman coming back in at running back for going to relieve Johnson for a little bit. Now they're going to give him about a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 12. And Trojans, they can definitely just take their time. There's still about 10 seconds left on the play clock. And the pitch is out to Ortman in the left side. And he gets maybe a yard. Doesn't get much there. I don't even know if he gained a yard. He might have lost a yard on the pitch. And I think they're going to, yeah, no gain on the play there. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. And now Travis Rebstock, the tight end, coming off. And in his spot will be Cooper McDermott. 2 receivers. Actually, it's going to be 3 receivers on the near side. 1 receiver split out far. Ortman on the right hip of Vitale in the shotgun. Vitale takes a snap. He looks left. And he continues. He looks towards the end zone. Siliuson brings it down. Touchdown, Trojans. Went up. He just wanted it more. And the Trojans continue to extend their lead. And Vitale having himself a nice second half here. He was able to finally complete the 9 route there. Got the fade for Siliuson. It's now 23-7 as we await the extra point. I like the aggressiveness there on 3rd down. And the extra point is up and good. 24-17, the Trojans extend their lead against the Tigers with 4:50 left on the Farmers X scoreboard in this one. We're going to take a 30-second break. Come back. Nope. They're just going to run out on the field. They're not going to take a break. So we're going to stay on as well. They're just going to run out there, get the kick team ready. So big drive there after the fumble recovery. And the Trojans, they're definitely feeling it here today. After only scoring 1 touchdown in the first half, they've now scored 10 points in the 4th quarter alone. They scored 7 in the 3rd, 10 here in the 4th, and it's a 24-7 ball game with under 5 left. Now Noah Kawarki getting ready to line up, kick this one away. Jaden Harris out there to field it. And the kick is off. That one's in the air, and it's good. It went through the goalpost there. That should be a point. It really, I really think that should be a point. If you can kick it off and make it through the uprights on a kickoff, you should be able to get something for it. It's really darn near impressive. It's not, but definitely something that if I were ever approached on the subject, I would highly contend it should be. 25-yard line is where the Tigers are going to be set up with 1st down and 10, down 24-7. They got a lot of ground to cover and a lot of work to do. They're going to make the comeback here. And that starts with having to rely on the pass game, which just really for neither team hasn't been a passing game. Zach Chevalier, he's 9 for 16, has 47 yards and 2 interceptions, and they are, looks like they were just going to try handing it off. And are they going to call another delay game?
Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Tigers, pushing them back to the 20-yard line. 1st and 15. And it looked like the Tigers were just ready to run it. That'd be quite the interesting strategy. They've got 2 receivers split out far, 1 to the near, as the Tigers are moving from our right to the left. Chevalier in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He feels the pressure. Sack, fumble. And I think Cody Brown was in on the sack there. Who's got the ball? And Devontae Murphy comes up with it. They're saying that the Tigers were actually recovered it, though. Sacked by Cody Brown. Almost recovered there by the Trojans. It's going to be
64
second down and a mile
on the ground.
at about their own 12-yard line. And this defensive line just continues to break through that offensive line of the Tigers, and they are having a huge day disrupting the pass and disrupting the game in general. 2 receivers split out far. Chevalier takes a snap. He plays action, tries to move in the pocket, and again brought down. This time, Murphy gets him. There's 2 flags on the penalty or play, though. So Murphy, at the moment, has a tackle against Chevalier. Let's see what the penalty markers are. There's 2 out there. So I'm still waiting for the signal. And the refs are convening at the 15-yard line. They're talking about this one. Not sure what exactly the call is going to be, but should be a 3rd down, depending on what the penalty is.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 69.
Dead ball foul against Iowa Wesleyan.
Down counts. It's 3rd down.
So after the play, there was a dead ball foul, and now Iowa Wesleyan down 24-7. They are backs against the wall. They are 3rd down and forever at about the 6-yard line. And the handoff is just going to be handed off to Moses and nowhere to go. Ball carried there by the running back. And again, Cody Brown and Devontae Murphy getting in there. And the offense, of course, are they? Well, maybe they are going to just punt this one off. 3:40 and counting. And, well, 4th and 27. Punter's going to be lined up in the back of his own end zone. And one thing to note, the Trojans have been pretty aggressive when sending the house in terms of punts. Punts up and almost blocked. Falls at about the 30. That was number 99 that broke. No, it might have been Cody Brown that broke through there. Number 98 almost blocked the punt. So 3:17 left here in the 4th quarter. And the Dakota State Trojans are going to be set up with 1st and 10 inside Iowa Wesleyan territory at the 32-yard line. And they can just run this one. They can just continue run the clock. Don't have to get cute. Just continue to ground and pound. And the running looks like different running backs are going to be out there for Dakota State. And Vitali's just going to keep himself. He runs right, trying to find a lane, cuts it up, get to about the 30, and brought down at the 25. And Isaac Swartout, the redshirt freshman, is the running back in there. And that should be enough for the 1st down. No, it's going to be short. On the keeper there from Vitale. Vitale really taking over here in the second half. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 after the rush. And Swart out in at running back. 3 receivers in a bunch formation on the far side. Looks like there's a tight end in there. Number 84, Nathan Cook, the tight end. And I think there's a false start penalty against Dakota State here.
Prior to snap, false start.
So that's going to push him back 5.
Offense number 61, 5-yard
3 minutes left here in the quarter.
Down.
2nd down and 7. Ball at the 30. Trojans up 24-7 here. And it's just been they really controlled most of this game, but really have come out strong in the second half. Swart out, lined up on the right hip of Vitale, and the handoff is to him, who bounces back inside and originally was stopped at their line of scrimmage, was able to bounce it back right, cut it up, got down to about the 25. And where are they going to spot it? I think they're going to spot it at the 26. So now 3rd down and about 3. 3rd down and 4. 3 receivers on the far, 1 to the near. And Swart out in that running back behind Vitale. And Vitale just going to keep it. No speed option pitch to the left to Swart out, who finds a lane up along the seam. And that's going to be a 1st down Trojans with under 2 minutes left. 1st and 10 inside the 20, so that puts them inside that Case IH red zone. For service and advice you can trust, stop into the Case IH red zone at Lake County International, Madison. Ball at the about 18 or so. 2 receivers on the near. And the running back is Swarto, who gets to carry up the middle. He's pushed forward for about a couple yards there. Gets maybe about 3. 2nd down and 7 now, with 1:15 left on the Farmers Ag scoreboard in this one. Good win for the Trojans here. It's got to feel good. They've come back home. They were on the road their last 2 games and were blown out. They gave up 42-7 and 42-17 were the 2 losses there, giving up back-to-back games of 42 points. And now this time they only give up 7. Handoff up the middle. Hit him almost immediately. Tries to fight forward. There is a flag on the play. And the running back there, I believe, was, actually, it's hard to see. That might have been Gavin. I think that was Gavin Holland on the carry. What's the flag on the play? Trying to sort that one out. There's a couple Dakota State linemen that are shrugging or putting their arms up like what's going on. Holding called on Dakota State, so that's going to push them back for 2nd and long. So it's going to be 2nd down and long. Ball at the Tiger 25-yard line for the 2nd and 16. 2 receivers on the near, 1 to the far. And they can just run it here. And they could probably just hand it off to Isaac Swarta. Oh, no, play action pass. Vitale steps up in the pocket, and he's just going to be brought down. Maybe got a yard there. So Vitale brought down. And not a bad play by the defense there, but under 30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Really, you're just playing for to add something to the game tape. And that should do it here at Trojan Field with 15 seconds and counting. No timeouts are going to be called. So the Trojans come back home, and they win here on homecoming day, 24-7 against the Iowa Wesleyan Tigers, in what was a game that was purely dominated in the trenches. A few big plays, especially in the second half by the Trojans, helped propel them to this pretty big victory for them. And this should be a huge confidence booster and momentum booster moving forward as they are trying to get back on track. They even their record up back to 2-2 is their record right now. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with your Mustang Seeds post-game show here on Jammin' Country 103.
There's nothing like watching the sun rise over your fields, the smell of hope in the air. At Mustang Seeds, we're ready to help you plan for the next planting season and committed to boosting your yields and increasing your profitability with quality seed genetics customized to your farm ground and your way of farming. Lock in preseason cash discounts, rewards, and competitive pricing by contacting your local Mustang